Megyn Kelly chopped
I don't
or
know what that
unk?
means. I don't know what is chop. I've heard it, but I don't know what that means. What does chop mean?
She's gonna get mad at me, dude. I don't know if I want this
What
heat.
does chop mean?
Chop means like not hot.
Yeah, she's chopped. I don't know. The whole MAGA
It's
looking
all the MAGA
is
ladies.
too
They
much.
look kind of looks like a Barbie doll covered in like WD-40.
I think she looks trans.
Let's end on that note.
She looks clockable.
Doc, is it wrong for saying that Megyn Kelly looks trans?
Nah, that's his opinion, I guess. You know what I mean? But I don't know if you get on certain platforms and you say that about somebody, I guess you could be sued. So, got to be careful.
Yeah, most definitely. So basically going at trans and stuff going with trans is a big thing going on. This is a girl named Riley. This is what Republicans always talk about when they say men and women sports and things like this. So Trump made a law based on her, but I'll let you guys hear her story.
Gaines is the namesake for banning trans athletes in sports. Let me explain. Riley Gaines is an anti-trans activist who is making headlines for recent bills being passed in her name, the Riley Gaines Act. These acts prohibit trans students from playing sports by setting up definitions of gender by law, which revolve around reproduction. Gaines' activism career began in 2022 when she was swimming for the University of Kentucky. She tied for 5th place with a swimmer who identified as trans, Leah Thomas. Gaines' major issue from that day was from the trophy ceremony where there was only one trophy for 5th place, which they gave to Thomas, while Gaines had to wait for hers to be mailed. On March 12th, Governor Patrick Morrisey signed the Riley Gaines Act, Senate Bill 456, into law in West Virginia. This act defines sex-based terms like male and female and ensures single-sex spaces like locker rooms, bathrooms, or prisons for women. Gaines attended as a supporter when Governor Morrisey signed the act into law. At the signing, she described her discomfort for competing alongside a trans swimmer and experiencing violation in the women's locker room. On March 23rd, another bill called the Riley Gaines Act was discussed in Georgia. Initially, House Bill 267 faced broad opposition and was tabled by the Senate Judiciary Committee. Activists, advocacy groups, and concerned citizens gathered at the public hearing, criticizing the bill as a trans-erasing measure. Representative Josh Bonner, sponsor of the bill, defended the bill, stating it was about protecting female athletes and ensuring they wouldn't be exposed to biological males in changing areas. Senator Elena Parent, a Democrat, raised concerns about the bill's impact on transgender individuals and the potential for discrimination, especially in non-athletic contexts like foster care, for example. Bonner agreed to amend the language to clarify that the bill only applies during athletic events. Senate Bill 1 was then proposed. It is an amended version of House Bill 267. The difference is that it replaces sex with gender in areas of school and collegiate sports, but not statewide institutions. Senate Bill 1 passed on April 1st, and the Georgia governor is expected to sign it soon. The bill stipulates that sex is identified by being observed or clinically verified at or before birth, and in no case is an individual's sex determined by stipulation or self-identification. The bill addresses concerns raised by opponents regarding intrusive checks to verify if a student player is male or female, which were brought up in previous discussions of House Bill 267. Nothing in this subsection shall be construed or authorize a confirmation of a student's sex through visual inspection of such student's external sex organs for purposes of participation in competitions, provided, however, that this paragraph shall not prohibit reliance on medical records or other standard school medical procedures to verify or confirm a student's sex. Riley Gaines continues her anti-trans sports activism, currently involved in a lawsuit with the NCAA, where she and a dozen other college athletes have demanded the ban of transgender athletes in college sports. What do you think of the recently passed Riley Gaines?
Heaven, as the female on the panel, should men play in women's sports, trans men or trans women?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it's that big of an issue. I don't think there are as many trans athletes as they make it out to be. And after being in the military for 15 years and having to deal with, being in an infantry unit for the first 4 years, yeah, I don't see an issue. I've had to deal with, being in a unit where there's only at any time 6 to 9 females, and that's only in that one company out of what 400 and some odd, almost 500 men. But I had to hold my own, and so did all the other females that I was around. And even though we were in a male dominated area, we still had to hold our own. And I think it's the same kind of thing.
Slim, I'm gonna play your clip for you. Here you go.
Gotta protect women, bro. We got to protect women.
What if they're in the sport, they identify as a woman?
And they identify as a woman.
Yeah.
It's over with. We don't even need to talk because I'm going to get mad. I'm going to get mad. I don't know what I might say. But real shit. Women don't want to see nuts in Planet Fitness. I'm letting you know. People don't want to see all that. If you won't do that, you build a school for you. I don't want to go in the bathroom and see something that I'm not supposed to see as a kid.
But why do they always mix the kids in with it? Are the kids in the gym?
Because the kid might walk in the bathroom.
But are the kids in the gym?
Yes, the kids are in the gym. Yes, they are.
Really?
Did you see Planet Fitness when the old lady told him get out, and he just standing there hanging?
Wait, and then she lost her membership or something?
And she lost her. She tell me they have a child in here, a teenage girl. Can you please go somewhere else? He got his leg up, shaving his hair ass, and we feel like it's normal. The world ain't changed. We need to reverse this motherfucker. Because I'm going to tell you, it's wrong.
I mean, I'm gay and I don't want to see no man's hanging in the locker room.
Real, come on, bro. Like, come on, man.
That's a lot.
I'm heavy on protecting the innocence. I just believe in what I believe in. Sometimes I stretch it. But I stand on what the fuck I believe in. And that's what I mean.
Slim, that was your clip.
Oh, my God.
What do you have to say about it? You muted.
I love that clip. I love Boosie, man. But that's exactly how I feel, man. I mean, at the end of the day, that's just what it is. No, I don't believe men should be in women's sports at all. Biologically, we built different. It's just what it is. So, I got a daughter at the end of the day as well. So I just understand that it ain't normal. And that's just how I feel. So I'm glad you played that clip.
People morality is so weird. Boosie is also the same dude that let his 12-year-old son get head by an older woman because he wanted to get the gay up out of him. You know what I'm saying? He let his 12-year-old son get oral from a grown woman. You know what I mean? So why does the morality get real funny when it goes into LGBT stuff, but it's debaucherous everywhere else though? That shit is weird to me.
That's criminal, actually. That's beyond debaucherous. That's criminal. But also, let me specify, I don't have a problem with the sports aspect, but I do not feel that anybody with a different gender, different sex organs should be in spaces like the bathroom and the locker room. I feel like there can be a separate locker room, a separate bathroom, but performing in the sport itself.
But if you're gonna let them compete in the sport, that they got to go to the women's locker room.
Mel, how do you feel?
Do we have
because when I'm at high school playing basketball and it's Friday night and we got varsity sports going on, the boys team is in the boys locker room. The women's team is in the women's locker room.
No other
pretty
area
much at the same time. No, there are none.
Children
This locker
can be
room
given,
that the boys
like
are
the
in.
music room.
In the locker room.
Yeah.
No.
So creating a separate space, a third space, instead of cutting out.
But
you're gonna have more pushback, and you see that when it comes. Yeah, well, that's a whole different topic.
Male should men be able to play women's sports?
We're talking about sports all together, not just specifically high school or middle school, right?
Yeah, Mel.
Yeah, I don't think it should be the case. I'll give you a point of my daughter in high school. They had one trans child, on her team, and the child was much stronger than the other girls. They all got into a big fight. Then when they got into a fight, they're calling this individual, "Oh, you're really a boy." It just got out of control. I saw what my daughter went through. So I stand on the ground of, I think we need to keep it separate based on how you're born. As far as when it comes to sports, many times women are the weaker vessel when compared to men. So that would be just my opinion.
So the reason we're talking about this is because Riley Gaines is known for the trans stuff, and she's going against AOC. She's trying to take AOC's seat. So here's the clip.
I will say, I want to honestly challenge AOC to a debate. She can defend socialism. I will defend capitalism. She can defend removing God. I will defend embracing a biblical worldview. She can defend child sacrifice. I will defend the sanctity of life. Any of the radical, insane democratic policies and platform that they stand for, I will debate the opposite. I'm challenging AOC to it here.
I thought you were going to challenge her to like a freestyle, 100 freestyle or something. I'm like, that's
that too.
That's an unfair fight. Or
a fair fight to her is putting a man in the pool.
Yeah, no, you can wear you can wear like 100-pound weight and challenge her to it. That would be fair, actually. Mark and Riley, both of you, thank you so much.
Heaven, do you feel like she's qualified? I mean, she was just a swimmer. I know AOC was just a waitress or a bartender, whatever she was, but she's basically just known because she lost her trophy to a man that was competing in her sport. Does this make her qualified to be a politician?
Well, the president was a real estate guy and a TV reality show host or whatnot, and now he's a felon too. So, I mean, anybody can be anything in America.
Well, I'm going to let these women tell you what they basically thought of Riley Gaines and why they feel like she shouldn't be a politician.
I want to say about Riley Gaines, as she sits there and has the moral high ground against AOC. When I look at people, if I were to say who's more Christ-like, I would pick AOC and the atheist Jew Bernie Sanders and the Muslim Zoran Mamdani a million times over you, Riley Gaines, because Riley Gaines, all you do is hate on people. You are wound up like a cheap clock over trans people. You show them no grace, no compassion. You defend billionaires. You cheer and celebrate when children are zip tied. And then you have the audacity to get on television and try to lecture people who fight for the people that are suffering, that stand and put their arms around people that need sanctuary. And you try to act like you're better than they are. You're an insufferable twat. Nobody likes you. And no matter what, you will always have been the dumb bitch that tied for 5th place. And the only place that you could get a job is at bottom feeder Fox News, you insufferable twat. Nobody likes you except for the other fake Christians that enjoy in their spare time watching children get zip tied and then sit there and justify it while they read the Bible with their hideous crucifixes around their necks. So fuck you, Riley Gaines.
Mel, you're the only person living in New York here. Do you like AOC?
I think she's okay. I'm not a big fan, but I'm cool with it.
Okay, for sure. Slim, you were in New York. If you were still there, would you vote for Riley Gaines?
Yep.
Of course he would.
Well, over AOC, damn right.
Of course he would.
That's the smart, dumbass shit people be trying to play.
And you're amazing.
I want to be smart and stupid at the same time. The logic has disappeared, man. At the end of the day, I'm getting back to the logic, period.
Okay, for sure.
But my thing is, and even with the men and women's sports, to what point is it going like swimming is one thing. What about when we get to like boxing or something like that? You know what I'm saying? I think it's like, some sports it might not be such a big difference, but in some of them it could be dangerous. Just the chemical makeup, the testosterone levels and stuff like that of a man competing in women's sport, a biological man competing in women's sports.
For sure.
I'll say though, but it was dangerous for me to do like combatives. It was dangerous for me to do combatives and get, hemmed up by drill sergeants and dudes that were bigger than me, right?
But it's a safety
logic,
net. It's a safety net set into that. I did it before. It's a safety net in that.
Now I will say this based on Coliseum rules though. Based on Coliseum rules, the crowd has always got off on physical imbalances. That's why they put a man in a Coliseum against a tiger and a lion. That is a clear physical imbalance, and the Tiger usually ripped the man apart, and the crowd loved that though. So historically, the crowd loves physical imbalances when they're in competition because we see it all the time. We see man against animal all the time, right? So now when it comes to man and woman, oh no, but this is what we do in Rome though, right? This is Rome. So
why don't we have genderless sports then?
Like if we should,
why don't we just have genderless sports then? Get rid of the WNBA and we just got the NBA.
Like
if you could make the NBA, ladies, go make the NBA. Ladies, if you could make the NFL, go make the NFL. Ladies, if you could beat Terrence Crawford in a boxing match, Terrence Crawford is gonna knock out 200 bitches before we eat lunch.
They're gonna get it, then let him get
Terrence
it.
Crawford is gonna knock out 200 bitches before we eat lunch. He might. Come on, man. Let me real. Like when we think about it, let's be real. Terrence Crawford gonna eat 300 bitches for breakfast. You know what I'm saying? Like they're gonna be 300